have reason to be proud of these graduates. Believe it or not, the excitement for this day and pride for these young women and men extends far beyond the physical scope of the Dell. To those who are watching the online internet stream from around the country and world, we warmly welcome you and thank you for joining us. For those who are savvy within the world of social media, we encourage you to share your thoughts and pictures during and after the ceremony on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter using hashtag eTown2015. However, please be sure that your phones are set on a silent setting so as not to be disruptive. Before the formal ceremony begins, I invite you to turn to your commencement program and read about the traditions associated with today's ceremony. Traditions such as the regalia that our faculty, staff, and graduates are wearing. In the program, many graduates are recognized for their outstanding accomplishments, including 18 students who completed the rigorous requirements of the Elizabethtown College Honors Program, the approximately 372 who were elected to one of the college's honorary societies, and the 82 who were recognized as emergent scholars or with a Distinguished Student Award. We've also made note, after each graduate's name, those students who completed the requirements to receive honors in their discipline or graduate with honors. At this very moment, our graduating students are saying their final farewells to faculty and staff in our traditional serpentine walk in front of the Masters and Hoover Centers in the academic quad. Our graduates will then lead the faculty, staff, trustees who are robed in light blue, members of the 50-year Golden Reunion Class of 1965, and the President's Party across campus here to the Dell for the formal commencement and conferral of degrees. For your information, ushers are stationed throughout the Dell if you have questions or need assistance at any time. Several water stations are also located nearby for your convenience. Should you require restroom facilities, they are located in the first floor of Royer Hall, Schlosser Hall, Meyer Hall, and Schlosser 1 East is equipped with accommodations for those with special needs. Signs within each buildings will help you find your way. Professional photographers from Island Photography are recording the conferral of degrees for each and every graduate. You and your family will soon receive information about the purchase of these photographs. The organization's website is listed in the notes at the bottom of page 5 in your program, and contact information is also provided on the college's commencement website. For all people who wish to photograph graduates, we ask that you please be aware of those around you. Treat each other with courtesy and respect the solemnity of this great occasion. In just a few minutes, the ceremony will begin. Thank you for being a part of this special day, and to each of you, congratulations.
morning. I invite all who are willing to join me as we open this service with a prayer. Almighty and eternal God, source of all wisdom and hope for our world, you have made each of us in your image and placed within us the potential for greatness. You have told us that when we have knowledge and wisdom, we have treasures more precious than jewels, that moth and rust cannot corrupt and thieves cannot steal. On this commencement day, O Lord, we pray that as the members of the class of 2015 continue to explore the meanings and purposes of their lives, that you would help them to do so in a way that they unite the world of work with the world of the spirit, so that when they earn a paycheck, their work also reflects their highest ideals and passions. Lord of heaven and earth, who knows the number of hairs on our heads, you alone know the unique potential within each one of us. You know the dreams and aspirations we harbor deeply within our hearts. Lord, help us not to distort the divine spark you have placed within us by being concerned about our own importance. We know that you, O God, exalt the humble and honor the least. May each one here today be challenged at this particular time in the history of our nation to discover what it means to truly love one another. May we discover what it means to build bridges across chasms of race, religion, social, and economic difference. And Lord, may we be filled with an unquenchable desire to engage the suffering, bigotry, hatred, and violence in our world as we become your peacemakers, and as we unrelentingly pursue divine truth, justice, and love. We pray this in the name of all that is holy. Amen.
Good morning. You may be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I welcome all of you to the 112th Commencement Ceremony of Elizabethtown College. I especially want to recognize our honorary degree recipients, members of the class of '65, and the families and friends of our graduates. We're gathered here today to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2015. Congratulations. I wish to thank the faculty for the outstanding year of teaching, scholarship, and service. I'm grateful to the administration, staff, and employees for their efforts in providing a rich educational experience for our students. I thank my fellow board members, alumni, and many friends across the region, the nation, the world for the continued support of the college in making these learning opportunities possible. Members of the class of 2015, this is your day. We celebrate you for reaching this important milestone in your lives. Still, for as much as you've accomplished, I'm sure you know you didn't do it alone. May I ask you to stand? Class of 2015, stand. Will you turn around and thank your parents, grandparents, family members, faculty, staff. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Let us give praise as I read from Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2015.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Generous parents, beaming alumni, cherished faculty, hardworking staff, proud family members, sage trustees, distinguished candidates for honorary doctoral degrees, Mr. Clemens, Professor Craybill, and Mr. Stamps, and honored alumni of that astonishingly talented graduating class of 1965. And most of all, impressive, eager class of 2015. Welcome to Elizabethtown College's 112th commencement. Words shape our lives. Words greet and also say goodbye. Promises, marriages, college degrees are sealed by words that we speak or others speak for us. Words guide us. Parents, over more than 20 years, you chose how to guide your son and daughter with your words. They have been guided well. Graduates, 4 years ago, you said yes to Elizabethtown College. Over the last 4 years, you have listened thoughtfully to the words of our faculty and staff and said yes to the college's motto of educate for service. Those words have guided you to this time and to this special place. We come here together today to share words that seal for all time what these young people have accomplished and to point them into a future that they will claim and make their own. Let us listen, let us speak, and let us celebrate. Provost Traverso, would you please now present the candidates for the honorary degrees?
Thank you, Mr. President. I am pleased to have the privilege of presenting the candidates for honorary degrees. Donald B. Crable, will you please come forward? Mr. President, Donald Crable, Distinguished College Professor and Senior Fellow at the Young Center for Anabaptist and Pietist Studies, has been contributing research and education at Elizabethtown College for more than 40 years. He is a native of Lancaster County and grew up on dairy farms neighboring the Amish and other Anabaptist groups. He earned his master's degree in sociology from Temple University in 1972 and a doctorate from Temple in 1975. He was a research assistant to John Hostler, a leading scholar of Amish culture. He continued postdoctoral work with support from the National Science Foundation and the National Endowment for the Humanities. Crable came to Elizabethtown College in 1971 as an assistant professor of sociology. He served as chair of the Sociology and Social Work Department and as director of the Young Center. In 1994, Crable was appointed the Carl W. Ziegler Professor of Religion and Philosophy, and in 2002, he became a Distinguished College Professor and Senior Fellow. Next month, Crable retires from Elizabethtown College. Over his career, Crable has interpreted Anabaptist and Pietist traditions. He has patiently refuted misperceptions of these groups, earning support for his research from the National Endowment for the Humanities and a number of private foundations. Crable is a valued consultant for the media on projects related to the Amish and other Anabaptist groups. He was a spokesperson following the nearby nickel mines tragedy, for which he conveyed the forgiveness expressed by the parents of the 10 Amish children who were shot. He served as the senior consultant for the documentary The Amish, produced by PBS's American Experience History Series in 2012. More recently, Crable has served as an expert witness for the prosecution during the Amish beard cutting trials in Ohio. Crable edits the Young Center's series on Anabaptist and Pietist studies published by Johns Hopkins University Press. He has written and co-authored 29 of his own volumes, several of which have been named outstanding academic books. Crable's co-written book, Amish Grace, How Forgiveness Transcended Tragedy, has been translated into several languages and earned a 2008 Award of Merit from Christianity Today. It was selected as a 2007 Best Book by Publishers Weekly and a Best Spiritual Book by Spirituality and Practice. Mr. President, in recognition of his research and service to education, I am honored to present Donald B. Crable for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
In recognition of high achievement, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Elizabethtown College by the Board of Trustees and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you, Donald B. Crable, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In testimony of this degree, I now present you your diploma and doctoral hood.
Philip A. Clemens, will you please step forward? Mr. President, Philip A. Clemens is Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Clemens Food Corporation, an American holding company that specializes in the procurement, production, and distribution of quality food products. The corporation owns, among others, Hatfield Quality Meats, Wild Bill Foods, Nick's Sausage Company, Country View Family Farms, and Serta Farms. Privately held by members of the Clement families, the corporation is known for its high ethical standards, fair business practices, and generosity towards its community. Clemens has worked in all areas of the company and in 1994 became chairman and CEO. He spearheaded a transition from a family business to a company run by a business family. Today, he is responsible for over 2,000 employees and an annual sales in excess of $600 million. The Clemens Family Corporation's core values are ethics, integrity, and stewardship. Doing the right thing, keeping promises, and building a foundation for the future are the company's prevailing practices. With this in mind, Clemens is a servant leader in his work, family, and service to the community. Clemens has served as an executive in residence at the High Center at Elizabethtown College, advising other family business owners and managers about practices of successful management, business ethics, and strategic planning. He has served as chairman of the Board of Trustees at Lancaster Bible College since 2007, and through his speaking, consulting, and advising has helped business owners across Pennsylvania improve the lives of their employees. In recognition of his work as a servant leader, I am honored, Mr. President, to present Philip A. Clemens for the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa.
In recognition of high achievement, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Elizabethtown College, by the Board of Trustees, and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you, Philip A. Clemens, the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In testimony of this degree, I now present you your diploma and doctoral hood.
E. Rose Stamps IV, will you please step forward? Mr. President, inspired by the impact that university experiences had on their lives, E. Rose Stamps IV and his wife Penny founded the Stamps Family Charitable Foundation, an organization that supports exceptional students in their pursuit of higher education. Through the foundation, which was formed 20 years ago, Stamps has shown his deep commitment to education by supporting projects and scholarships at 41 universities nationally, including Elizabethtown College, which graduates its first Stamps scholars today. Stamps is a private investor and co-founder of Summit Partners, a Boston, Massachusetts-based private investment company. He is a former lieutenant in the United States Navy Reserve and an industrial engineering graduate of Georgia Tech. He earned his MBA from Harvard Business School. Stamps is a trustee emeritus of the Georgia Tech Foundation, and he serves on the boards of the University of Miami and the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation. Stamps earned the Distinguished Alumnus Award from the School of Industrial and Systems Engineering at Georgia Tech and the Joseph Mayo Pettit Alumni Distinguished Service Award, which is the highest honor conferred by the Georgia Tech Alumni Association. In 2001, he was inducted into the Georgia Tech Engineering Hall of Fame. In 2012, Stamps received the Harvard Business School Alumni Achievement Award, the organization's most prestigious accolade, and he has been recognized by the American Red Cross South Florida region as Humanitarian of the Year. In recognition of his service to the community and education, I am honored, Mr. President, to present E. Rose Stamps IV for the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa.
In recognition of high achievement, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Elizabethtown College, by the Board of Trustees and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you, E. Rose Stamps IV, the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In testimony of this degree, I now present you with your diploma and doctoral hood.
I thought I'd get to sit down. So let me add my congratulations to the incredible class of 2015. And I must say I'm particularly proud to be a member of it. Admittedly, your oldest member, but I'm really happy to be here with you and to share this honor with you today. I'm also proud that I have my Chief Financial Officer here, Joanne Muniz, who is, she may not want me to tell you this, but she's celebrating her 25th, perhaps I should whisper that, 25th reunion this year, and I'm delighted to have her. I'm also particularly honored to have our inaugural class of Stamp Scholars. These are amazing kids. It's David Beretti, Tamara Eichelberger, and Amy Wagner. And I've gotten to know them well, and I can tell you that if these kids are in any way indicative of what this class of 2015 is all about, we're really in for a treat. We're going to watch some amazing accomplishments from all of you, so I congratulate all of you. Now, I know it's hot out there, and so I was trying to figure out the way to spend a few minutes together, and Dr. Strickwer emphasized the term few. And so he suggested that I tell you a few of the things that I've learned. And what I was very conscious of when I thought about that sage advice was that as a member of the college president's organization and knowing the secret handshake, he might be able to access my transcript from when I was an undergrad and conclude that I didn't learn a lot when I was an undergrad. Perhaps he was referring to some of the things that I've learned along the way. I also consulted a friend of mine, Donna Shalala. Some of you know her as the president of the University of Miami. She told me that these addresses are really easy. You just got to be funny and you got to be short. And for those of you who know her, that's really easy for her because she is indeed funny and she's short. But I was still challenged with what we might do with our few minutes together, so I boiled everything I've learned down to 4 basic points that I would like to request that each of you consider doing. The first of those, I want you to be prepared to work really, really hard. I know that a lot of you worked hard to get here, and some of you worked really hard to get here. My guess is before you accomplish your objectives, let alone the objectives of someone so talented, society's objectives for someone so talented, you're going to have to learn how to work really, really hard. And why not? You're young. You've got energy. You've got enthusiasm. What I would recommend that you do if you're entering the workforce is go directly to your boss after a short period of indoctrination and tell him or her, you know, I'm incredibly pleased to be here. I'm really honored that you would entrust me with these responsibilities. But I want you to know that I'm committed to the success of this organization. And I'll do anything that you think I can handle to help it succeed better. And that'll help set the stage for a successful business career. If you're going to a graduate school, I'd recommend you do the same thing. Go to your favorite professor, give basically the same message. Say, I would like to learn more. I'm really here to spend the best use of my time. I'd like to learn as much as humanly possible, so I'd love to hear anything you think I should learn or do or think about. I try to make this point to young audiences, and I hopefully get across because building the foundation for the rest of your lives really involves a lot of hard work. I was once interviewing a young lady for a Stamp Scholarship, and she told me something that was truly amazing. She said that she was a track athlete, track star, and she was running wind sprints, was totally exhausted. She looked up at her coach and she was all sweating and ready to give up. And she asked the coach, how many more, coach? And he looked back at her and he said, how many would you like? And it was the simplicity of that message, I think, that really connotes what we're talking about when we talk about working hard, because that young lady learned at that instant, and for the rest of her life, she would certainly understand that everything she gets out of this life is directly proportional to what she puts into it. My second point is I think you should be prepared to make good decisions and avoid bad decisions. On the bad decision side, I can tell you that the era where we could make the mistakes of youth and have people forget about them is behind us. I know I'm a veteran of that era, and I know I did a lot of things that I would not want to discuss with you today. I assume some of you have made some of those mistakes and gotten away with them so far, but I'd recommend you stop making them. Stop doing the dumb things that we can do when we're young, and make sure that you continue to build the foundation for the rest of your life based on good decisions and avoiding bad decisions. On the good decision side, I can tell you that I recently went to my Harvard Business School 40th reunion, and I was intrigued by a question that I tried to ask at that time that I've asked before at other reunions. What is it that distinguished the success or the accomplishments of this incredibly talented young man or woman from that one? What is it that enabled him or her to accomplish more than he or she would have ever dreamed, where this one didn't? And I'm convinced that a contributing factor was the care with which they approached the major decisions they had to face. That those who really thought through those decisions and said, this is a good one, this will help what I'm trying to do, certainly it won't risk what I'm trying to do. I think those people who thought it through in that light tended to do a lot better and tended to be on the one side of that divide rather than on the other. My third point is that I want you to be prepared to invest in yourself. There are at least two ways to do that. One, you can invest in yourself educationally, as you've done here at this wonderful school. And some of you will go to graduate school and you'll be able to do just that. But I think whoever you are and wherever you go, you should be prepared to continue your trajectory of learning, because you would like to be 4 years from now as changed, as educated, as trained as you have been over these last 4 years. And I think you have the opportunity to do that. But there's another way to invest in yourself, and that's financially. And to me, it's a relatively simple solution, that every paycheck you get, you should take a piece of it, no matter how small, but take a piece of it and invest it in your future. If you do, one of the things I can guarantee you will happen is you'll develop a net worth. And a lot of you over the years will learn there's a huge difference between having a high net worth and having a high net income. And those of you who have a high net worth understand what that's all about. But there's another often overlooked reason for investing in yourself financially. And that's that I'm convinced that opportunity will knock on your door, or you will encounter opportunity at some time. You're just too talented, too driven not to do that. So when opportunity knocks on your door, if you're so wrapped up in car payments and boat payments, house payments, and living a standard of living that you really can't afford to live, my fear is that one of these days you'll wake up and ask where all that opportunity went. So invest in yourself educationally, invest in yourself financially. My fourth point, and my last one, that always gets a huge round of applause. I know it's hot out there. My fourth point is you must be willing to protect your most valuable asset. Let me tell you about a picture that we have in our living room. It's a picture of my wife and me on graduation day 41 years ago, turns out. And we were dressed up and we were grinning like crazy. I'm not sure why I was grinning, because I was scared to death. My wife was grinning because she said, I can finally get this guy to go to work, see if he's any good, so I'm sure she was really happy. But the beauty of that picture, that simple picture of that beautiful day, was that it showed so clearly everything that we had and that we didn't have at that time of our lives. First, what didn't we have? We didn't have any money. I assume that's like some of you. In fact, we had debt. I assume that is like some of you. But take heart. Some of these things can be overcome. So we didn't have any money. We didn't have much of a past. Surely we'd been to some good schools, we'd had some good jobs, I'd been in the Navy, but we really hadn't proven as much as we would be called upon to prove in the lives that we plan to lead. So we didn't have any money, we didn't have a past. What did we have that's so clear in that picture? One thing is we had each other. And I can't underemphasize the importance of good partners in life. All of you will find that you can't accomplish much without good partners, whether they're personal partners or business partners. Some of you will learn the easy way what a wonderful thing a great partner is. Some of you will learn a hard way what a bad partner can be all about. Lastly, the other thing that was so clear in that picture involves one more story. I took my daughter off to school not too far away from here a number of years ago, and I told her that I would be happy to trade places with her, as I would be willing to trade places with all of you. She looked at me quizzically and asked, why? Why would you consider doing that? You've come so far. You've accomplished so much. You have so much. And the answer to that question, the reason that I'd be willing to trade places with any of you, is the clearest definition I can summon for your most valuable asset, because that asset is your future. The good thing about assets like that is that you have a lot of them. Your future is endless, it's boundless. You're young and you're looking up at it. The bad thing about those assets is that they're perishable. You have to nurture them. You have to protect them. You have to work really, really hard. You have to make good decisions and avoid bad decisions. You have to invest in yourself. Most importantly, you have to protect that valuable asset as if it is your most valuable asset, because I believe it is. So with that, let me congratulate you on all the hard work you've done to get here, but let me congratulate you most importantly on your most valuable asset, your wonderful, your boundless, your endless future. Thank you very much.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degree of Master's of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Elizabethtown College, by the Board of Trustees, and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you, each and all, as listed in the official program, the degree of Master of Science, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In testimony of this degree, you will now be presented with your diplomas. Please come forward as your name is read.
Michelle Joan Beebe. Kendra Naimi Vital. Jennifer Jean Bush. Eileen Caitlin Cody. Kimberly Eileen Cosgrove. Amelia Patricia Costa. Taylor Ashley Fallon. Kelsey Lynn Frankenfeld. Caitlin S. Gardner. Lindsay Grace Hetherington. Christina Hoban. Natalie Ann Harankovitz. Laura Katrin Kleindienst. Jessica Lee Kruger. Rachel Nicole Little. Monica Sarah Laranger. Emily Elizabeth Martin. Janessa Ruth Miller. Jillian Noel Miller. Abigail Mary Mitchell. Lauren Elizabeth Neiswender. Jacqueline Rose Nunn. Bethany Hope Panchek. Emily Sue Peters. Brittany Corinne Russell. Kelly Brooke Siebert. Maria Corinne Spurl. Carly Renee Stoll. Kayla Marie Swope. Megan Lee Tersey. Taylor Ann Wilson.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Social Work.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Elizabethtown College by the Board of Trustees and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you, each and all, as listed in the official program, the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Social Work, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In testimony of these degrees, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Since you are a rather large group, please be seated, and we will present you with your diplomas. Come forward as your name is read.
Anastasia Elizabeth Fries. Noel Abastilis. Justin M. Ahmad, summa cum laude. Amira Allen. Kohei Timothy Ando Mizuno. Katie Elizabeth Appleby, cum laude. Brianna Tate Armstrong. Corey Robert Asperl. Brian Baldwin. Robin E. Bartley Baldwin. Katie A. Bamberger, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Boyer. Catherine Lydia Broglia. Melissa Lee Cameron. Francis J. Capria III. Ryan C. Carson. Jasmine Chacon. Julie Marie Creveling, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Cull, cum laude. Taylor Daisy Curtin. Matthew E. Davko. Jasmine Teresa de Jesus. Kelly Marie Durbis. Haley Diener, magna cum laude. Melissa Michelle Dominguez. Nicole A. Drews. Megan Claire Ebert. Lee Allen Eckert, Jr. Tamara Lynn Eichelberger, summa cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth Enterline, magna cum laude. Cassandra M. Fignar. Bridget Tarpey Flynn. Teresa Marie Forcellini. Kyle D. Fowler. Courtney A. Fox. Jennifer Lynn Fry. Ellen Haley Frisch. Caitlin Elizabeth Gibney. Jennifer Ann Gifford. Justin J. Grice, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Carol Grube. Amanda Paige Gruenbaum. Jemyang Geltsen. Tatiana Sheree Harley. Madeline May Herman. Jamie C.F. Hopkins, cum laude. Celine Shade Jones. Jason Robert Kelly. Sarah Beth Kennedy, magna cum laude. Samantha Lee Kenton. Amanda Rose Kling. Kyler Mark Coons, cum laude. Margaret Laurel Kraus. Graham Forrest Lenker. Terrace Joseph Letnauchen. Emily Marie Lidstone. Roxanne Elizabeth Light, summa cum laude. Kelly Marie Locke. Nicole Sanders Lorber, cum laude. Taylor Coan Luckenbill, magna cum laude. Samantha Frances Lux. Shanice Diane Marshall, magna cum laude. Brenna McNeil. Julia Suzanne Miller, cum laude. Mariah Ariel Mills. Danielle Michelle Mitchell. Jacob K. Moore III. Jordan William Moser. Wendy Grace Moulton. Melissa Nicole Nana. Sarah Elizabeth Nanovic, magna cum laude. Danielle Nicole Nelson, magna cum laude. Rebecca Jean Marie Nelson. Lindsay Ann Nestor. Melanie Rachel Newman, magna cum laude. Hunter Thomas Raymond Knoll. Rebecca Rose Olson, magna cum laude. Stephen James Paul. Caitlin Rose Pellegrino, cum laude. Connor J. Perry. Emily Joyce Pike. Jessica Lynn Plua. Nicole Lillian Pressel. Brittany Vernell Presley. Emily Lucille Reber. Graham Michael Reeve. Emily Ray Rubright. Nicholas Michael Riccio. Jeremy D. Reith. Cody Mark Rittenbaugh. Kyra M. Rohrbal, summa cum laude. Mike Miguel Angel Ruiz Jr. Kelsey Joe Scanapico, magna cum laude. Matthew C. Simmons. Mallory Ann Slusser, magna cum laude. Brittany Lee Stepp, cum laude. Hadir Tanyos. Sarah Ashley Thomas, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Vasas. Matthew Tyler Walters, summa cum laude. Tyler Michael Weary. Jared Pierce Weaver. Joshua William Wheeler. Caitlin Marie Wirt, summa cum laude. Austin Meyer Whitlock. Alexander David Wildberger. Sven Stefanovich Wilson. Caitlin E. Zanthpoulos, cum laude. Ezekiel Aaron Zimmer. Jessica Marie Albrecht, magna cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Alteres. Taylor Nicole Alwine. Surjid Amir. Isabella Maria Amity, magna cum laude. Jensen Lee Appleman, magna cum laude. Tyler Dean Athy, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Barch. Alexander William Barrow, cum laude. Matthew Scott Bassett. Joseph Lingsanan Bayona. Kelsey M. Basic. Rebecca Shea Beecher, summa cum laude. Taylor A. Beck. Gregory Adam Behrens. Shannon Bassonette. Kirsten Marie Beyer, magna cum laude. Isaac Sharp Bingaman. Jessica Dawn Bittinger. Andrew Blank. Hannah Christine Blecker, cum laude. Joseph Michael Bodnar, magna cum laude. Danielle E. Bond. David Christian Beretti, summa cum laude. Eric Joseph Borkowitz. Jennifer Nicole Brandt. Sarah Margaret Brinson, magna cum laude. Kristen Nicole Brosey. Amber Brooke Brown, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Brubaker, summa cum laude. Katie Broombach, magna cum laude. Samantha Noel Bruno. Josiah Kenneth Buxton, magna cum laude. Molly Rose Callahan, magna cum laude. Michael Thomas Cannon. Francis X. Canuso Jr., magna cum laude. Andrew James Capelli. Nicole Marie Carlin. Dylan Carmichael, cum laude. Catherine Soleil Chancellor. Samantha Ann Chavanon, cum laude. Lin Ha Chu. Emily Cirillo, magna cum laude. Nicholas Brandon Clark. Kendall A. Clyett. Ryan James Clune. James Alexander Cohen. Brianna Alice Coleman. Caitlin Audrey Collier. Jennifer Lynn Cook, summa cum laude. Dustin L. Kramer. Gina Marie Kuzmano. Nicole Swardnevitz. Julia Ann Dasher. Christopher J. Davis, cum laude. Connor D. Colleen Marie Deegan. Jana R. Defenderfer, summa cum laude. Courtney Maria Deibler. Tara Jeanette Barrett Deischer. Marissa Gloria Delgadio, cum laude. Michelle Rose Delgadio. Elizabeth Marie Deming. Lindsay Michelle Deal. Kevin I. Dice, cum laude. Kyle Aaron Dice. Maureen C. Docker. Alexandra Marie Doran. Jessica Kathleen Jadas, magna cum laude. Devaney Christine Eller. Emily Susan Ellis, summa cum laude. Corey Roger Eshelman, summa cum laude. Christine Marie Evangelista, summa cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Finelli, magna cum laude. Megan Catherine Fearer, cum laude. Marissa Ryan Ferris. Nathaniel Michael Flickinger. Stuart Daniel Foley. Lisa Ann Foose. M. Ryan Forbes. Michael R. Franzisi. Matt Frey. Yuki S. Gage. Luke J. Gaddy. Hannah D. Geiger, summa cum laude. Victoria Lynn Giaquinto, cum laude. Christina Elizabeth Gilly, magna cum laude. Emily A. Gersh. Quinn Joseph Gondek. Kelsey Ann Grant, magna cum laude. Daniel Joseph Gresh, cum laude. Troy Gordon Gruber, magna cum laude. Delaney Brooke Gunther, cum laude. Alexandria Catherine Gustitis, summa cum laude. Ryan Patrick Haggerty. Joel D. Harnley, magna cum laude. Wendy Ann Harriman, summa cum laude. Brandon Harris. Andres Gomez Hartman, magna cum laude. Stephanie Lee Hartman. Evan J. Hathaway. Elena Nicole Hergenroder. Hannah D. Heritage. William Woodrow Herman. Beth Nicole Hildebrand. Colette Noel Hinton. Ashley Huang. Caitlin Elizabeth Hogan. John Alexander Holbert, magna cum laude. Erin Suzanne Hording, magna cum laude. Corinne M. Howe, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Hauer, cum laude. Matthew M. Hudak. Kendra Marie Hudson. Jeffrey A. Hunsberger. Alexander Michael Icono. Matthew Allen Jadrow. Colin Bradford James. Alexandra L. Jenny. Kelvin Jamal Jerry. Catherine Elizabeth Joe, cum laude. Andrea Catherine Katie, cum laude. Haley Emma Kearns. Brittany Renee Kiefer, magna cum laude. Andrea Rose Keller, summa cum laude. Abigail Jean Kelly, cum laude. Allison Lois Kelly. Erin Marie Kelly. Erin Nicole Kelly, cum laude. Andrew Kella. Kyler W. Killinger. Sumin Kim. Martha Diane Klingbeil, cum laude. Robin M. Kreiser, magna cum laude. Cody Allen Klump. Rachel Lauren Kurtz, magna cum laude. Rachel Marie Lasek. Ashley Marie Landis, magna cum laude. Aurora Marie Landis, cum laude. Rebecca Christine Lane. Russell Matthew LeClaire. Savannah V. Lee. Zachary Scott Lee. Carolyn A. Leedy. Jessica Marie Leidy. Sabrina Annette Light, magna cum laude. Joanna Haley Lowenstein, summa cum laude. Ryan Matthew Lord. Meredith Mary Lorenz, magna cum laude. Kelly Paige Lutkowski. Madeline Faye McGill. Santino P. Mangini. Randall Martin. Peyton Rachel Marunich. Sarah Elizabeth Masco. Emily Nicole Mason, cum laude. Francesca Lucia Teresa Musari. Kieran McCormick. Megan Colleen McCrae, magna cum laude. Dylan Sean McDevitt. Elizabeth C. McManus. Casey Meyer, cum laude. Richard M. Myers II, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Moffett. Kyle Augustus Mulchaney. Caroline Elizabeth Montfort. Allison Lee Moore. Christine Mary Morozek, summa cum laude. Omar Maximilian Giorgio Kennedy Mustardo, summa cum laude. Quinn Alexander Nadu. David Nagel, magna cum laude. Leah Corrine Newman. Nathan Gwyn Tron. Kelsey Nicastro. Jordan Lynn Nowacki. Sarah Beth Otis. Bethany Carol Otwell, cum laude. Abigail Ann Pagano. Rebecca Mary Patton. Marla Jean Pfeiffer, cum laude. Melissa Ann Pfeiffer. Justina Lynn Pepkowski. Ryan Perez, summa cum laude. Taylor Marie Petrowski. Seth Joseph Previty. Benjamin Douglas Pruitt. Natalie M. Rangel, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Reed. Abigail E. Ricardo, magna cum laude. Brittany Lynn Reisdorf. Eric Allen Riefenstahl. Madeline Elizabeth Roque. Cesar Antonio Rojas Quintero. Alyssa Lara Rook, summa cum laude. Alyssa Dawn Roselli, magna cum laude. Shayna Marie Rossiter. Danielle Marie Roth, cum laude. Renee M. Roth. Connor T. Rowe. Braden Todd Rudisil. Kristen A. Russ. Andrea M. Russo. Jada H. Sablak. Christian Salgado Martinez. Andrew Connor Sandridge. Taylor Marian Santor, magna cum laude. Megan Marie Sarek. Stephanie Lynn Sauerbrunn, cum laude. William Irby Schlosser. Ryan Sardinas, cum laude. Justin Paul Signora. Taylor Andrew Simkus. Tyler Andrew Simkus. Dylan John Sisler. Paula Skolnick. Hunter Margaret Smith. Marissa Marie Sneeringer. Nicole Alexandria Snitzer. Victoria M. Snyder. Da Song. Nicole Souza. Philip B. Spector. Megan Nicole Stauffer, summa cum laude. Benjamin R. Steinberg. Brett Edward Stenkovich, magna cum laude. Stacy Michelle Stepp. Kayla Ann Stickle. Amy Lynn Stoops, summa cum laude. Tucker Stephen Strasbaugh. Bryant Sukstiratanen. Catherine Elizabeth Sutcliffe, cum laude. Elizabeth Alice Swartz. Caitlin Elizabeth Tackles, summa cum laude. Danielle Elizabeth Talenti. Alexander Edward Tashner. Amelia Maria Ternan, cum laude. Ashley Ann Testino, summa cum laude. Samuel Thalathoti. Joe Min Thine. Laura Renee Tomasetti. Stephanie Marie Tretter. Ashley Nicole Underkoffler, magna cum laude. Brittany Nicole Valto. Andrew D. Wagner. Amy Marie Wagner, cum laude. Faith Elaine Walter, summa cum laude. Tyler M. Warner. Courtney Elizabeth Weaver. Heidi A. Weidemoyer, magna cum laude. Graham Welsh. Christopher Brendan Wanger. E. Philip Wanger, Jr., magna cum laude. Amanda Lynn Wenrick. Jessica White. Danielle Wheatak. Brett Michael Williams, magna cum laude. Luke Stefanovich Wilson. Caitlin Marie Wonder. Luke Robert Yannick. Desiree Marie Yeager, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Young, magna cum laude. Brendan Zapata. Lindsay Michelle Zierfoss, magna cum laude. Amanda Diane Zeiders. Chelsea L. Zimmerman. Cosette Elizabeth Zimmerman. Patrice Noel Zinakis, magna cum laude. Marissa Elise Aulenbach, summa cum laude. Ariana Lee Bendlin, magna cum laude. Ashley Lynn Blaha. Sarah Elizabeth Calabro, magna cum laude. Marissa D. Harper. Paul Joseph Holbeck, Jr., magna cum laude. Marissa Elizabeth Jones. Susan Rebecca Messick. Jason J. Sandinato, magna cum laude. Rebecca Joy Bowman. Joseph Emmanuel Hernandez. Samantha Lynn Hicks. Lauren Marie Klein, magna cum laude. David Hurst Lattimore. Grace Laro. Brianna Lenice Mack. Megan Elizabeth Rigel. Megan Beverly Rothermel. Alexandra Murray Rothstein. Shannon E. Stepp. Kristen Angela Vines, summa cum laude. Alyssa Lauren Zerby, cum laude.
Congratulations, class of 2015. President Strickwerder will now confer commemorative medallions upon the members of the Elizabethtown College class of 1965 who could be with us on this occasion in honor of the 50th anniversary of their graduation. Class members, please come forward. Frida Chrissinger Babb. William W. Cave. Regina Legore Furman. Louise Wanger Gervin. Eugene L. Hartman. Judith A. Hartman. Joan Delp Hirschenberger. Carolyn M. Carruthers King. Arlene M. Thomas Miller. Jacob L. Miller, Jr. Marvin Schubert. Luana J. Brown Shue. Dr. A. Herbert Smith. Bertha E. Campanelli Spar. Gordon E. Stauffer.
Good afternoon. As a member of the class of 2002 and president of the Elizabethtown College Alumni Association and its governing body, the Alumni Council, I bring you congratulations and a warm welcome into the Elizabethtown College Alumni Association family. You have now joined an organization of more than 20,000 fellow Elizabethtown alumni around the world. As you will soon come to realize, Etown alumni share a common bond, regardless of our class year or program, which was forged by our time here at Elizabethtown. For each of us, Educate for Service grounds our educational experience and guides our way of living. We look forward to your continued engagement with the college through the Alumni Association. Whether you accomplish this by mentoring future students, attending homecoming, participating in the Pride program, or being active in your local alumni chapters, you now have the opportunity to continue your relationship with our alma mater in new and meaningful ways, and have fun in the process. I wish each of you much continued success in the future and truly look forward to seeing you at future alumni activities. Remember, you are now and forever will be Blue Jays always. Congratulations.
Hello, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2015. Today is the last time we will share together for many years. After today, we will begin a new chapter in our lives. This chapter will lead us away from each other, but the memories we've shared will continue to stay. The years behind us have been full of challenges and rewards. These experiences will be there to guide us as we branch out into the world. Let's take a moment to think back to the people and times that shaped us the last 4 years. To every faculty and staff member, thank you. Thank you for helping us to reach our goal of graduation. The love and support of our families is also greatly appreciated. Without you all, we would not be here today. But truly, the main ingredient of our college experience has been our peers. We are all faced with hardships, but we were able to overcome them together. Remember that great Halloween weekend snowstorm? Or Hurricane Sandy when Lake Placida turned into Great Lake Placida? And how can any of us forget the frigid weather during the winter of our junior year and sending text messages asking if our friends wanted to build a snowman? And yes, I had to include the Frozen reference. I'm sure that we all remember those late nights spent writing a paper that was due the next day or studying for that 8 a.m. exam. We've lost some friends, made new ones, had relationships and breakups, aced classes and failed a few tests, lost an athletic game and won championships. Through hard work, dedication, and with the help of each other, we've made it. And now, as you are about to begin the next chapter of our lives, I have confidence, and as should you. While here at Elizabethtown, not only did we overcome every challenge we were faced with, but also we had been given the tools to handle the challenges that lie ahead of us. With support and the high expectations set for us, we've emerged as young adults, capable of applying our skills and knowledge to life in the real world. Class of 2015, I wish you all the best of luck. To those continuing their education, good luck. I know you'll do great things. To those entering the workforce, good luck, and remember to save some money. Loan payments begin in about 6 months. And finally, for those of you who are still unsure about their path, don't fret. Through persistence, education, and the life skills that Elizabethtown College has taught us, I'm confident you will be successful in whatever you do. I leave you with a few final remarks. Blue Jays always, 2015, and because I knew you all, I've been changed for good. And yes, that was an Idina Menzel reference that I had to include, and a very happy birthday to Janet Klingbeil. Thank you. The class of 2015 has come together one final time to raise funds to purchase a grandfather clock that will be located on the second floor of Brosman Commons near Learning Services. On behalf of the class of 2015, I am honored to present President Strickwater the Scroll of Honor, which lists our names and represents the gift to Elizabethtown College.
Thank you, Class 2015, for that wonderful gift. Today, we have spoken words that honor the past and spoken words that point to the future. We've celebrated the honorable class of 1965. These men and women have built businesses, raised families, led their communities, and lived out this college's motto of educate for service. We have honored 3 distinguished citizens, Phil Clemens, Don Craybill, Rose Stamps, for their accomplishments, their service, and their inspiration to others. And we have rejoiced at the milestone that this day represents in the life of an extraordinary group of young people. Class of 2015, remember, you do not stand here alone. Your parents, your brothers and sisters, your teachers, your coaches, that boss on the summer job, your ever-patient faculty and staff, advisors, all of them have made you who you are. Remember the best that you learned here. Life is a precious gift, one that deserves to be lived with moral purpose. Your education is not yours alone. It's a legacy from the past that you are privileged to enjoy for only one generation and to pass on to generations to come. Remember that just as your life has been built by many hands, so Elizabethtown College has been built by many lives. Remember that you owe it to the many who will follow after you to help Elizabethtown College in whatever way you can for the rest of your lives. Give back to us so that we in turn can give to others. And now, with T.S. Eliot, let us look to the future. For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. For to make an end is to make a beginning. Let us go in peace.
Storied halls resound with endless lays. We love thy Son so noble, thy daughters fair and true. We love thee ever, all we see, and thy colors gray. and true. We love thee ever, O we see, and thy colors gray and blue.
And now the benediction. God of all our tomorrows, as we prepare to leave this special place, we are more conscious than ever that we stand in the midst of what is on the brink of what is possible. Send us forth into the world as people who walk in the footsteps of the multitude of generations who have understood the cost of freedom and civil society, of knowledge and of wisdom, of justice, reconciliation, and love. And now may the Lord bless us and keep us, all who leave this place today and all who sojourn here in the future. May the Lord make his face to shine upon us, be gracious to us, and give to us and to the entire world peace.